Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're now playing with the top 8 HISUIAN ZOROARK deck list from the Peoria Regional Tournament. HISUIAN ZOROARK VSTAR, a card that has definitely piqued a lot of your interest. It seemed to be the most successful videos in the channel. And we do have the Ticking Curse attack doing 50 damage for each of your Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. And then you have the Phantom Star ability, where during your turn you may discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Now this gives the deck a very nice consistency boost, and the fact that you can attack with only a double turret energy also makes it so that you can really apply pressure very quickly. Now, in order to get your damage counters on your Pokemon, we're going to be utilizing Gate Jabug in order to place damage counters on basic Pokemon when we place them on our bench. And we will also be using Gengar's Netherworld Gate ability, where once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench. And if you do, you put 3 damage counters on this Pokemon. Now we are going to redistribute those damage counters placed through Damage Bump by allowing you to move up to 2 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like, allowing you to have everything damaged and therefore dealing 280 damage if everything is damaged, 310 if you have a Radiant Hawlucha in play and you're attacking a VMAX, and 340 damage with a choice built onto a VMAX, or 310 onto a regular V-Star. So the one kill potential of this deck is really big. And then we have Diancie to help protect our bench with Princess's Curtain, which is a really nice ability, especially combining it with Void Return. We also have Oranguru to help conserve some resources, as we are going to be researching and using our ability a bunch in this deck. And then we have Dunsparce and Manaphy for bench protection and a weakness protection. No Bibarel, no Luminion, 2 cards that I really like in this deck, but unfortunately they just wouldn't fit. And then we have Research, Marnie, Sharon Scare to heal, and Boss's Orders to target down. We also have Quick Ball and Ultra Ball and Evolution Incense to make sure that we're searching for the right Pokemon at the right time, along with Trekking Shoes to help us dig a little bit deeper, and a copy of Lost Vacuum to remove any annoying stadiums or tool cards that you might need to remove. Big Parasol helps in preventing damage counter placement from Sableye, Herballoon helps you retreat, and Choice Belt increases the damage as we mentioned. So let's jump into the ladder, see what we can do with this deck. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it, and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Photon Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so not the best start, not the worst. We are going second. It's just losing the 2 Boss's Orders and the damage bump is not ideal, as deck isn't running 4 damage bump. It's only running 3. We are up against Lunatone Solrock though, so the key to this matchup presumably could end up being the Sharon Scares. So we'll have to work with those. You definitely have to work with those. All right, Scoop Up Net. Another ability. All right, so pretty standard turn for my opponent. I do get the Herballoon, so there is a universe where I can use HISUIAN ZOROARK's Void Return to retreat into something that can take the hit. I do have both Sharon Scares available. I only have 3 double turbo though, and I will be needing to attack 6 times, so that could be a little perilous for us. Like, just even in terms of binding the card, you know? Alright, so Trekking Shoes definitely won't be needing Radiant Hawlucha. Right, now this hand is certainly not great. Alright, so definitely want to play down the Gabe Bug. Definitely want to... I mean, I think I just give up on boss's orders this whole game. And I'll grab the Diancie. I could just grab another Zork, honestly. Because everything will get... Yeah, nothing will survive a hit here. So maybe I just give up on the Manaphy instead. Yeah, that seems reasonable. So I'll bench the Manaphy. Go ahead and bench the Zork. And then I will go ahead and retreat. That way I keep the air balloon. I will pass. Saving the Lost Vacuum in case I can hit a stadium of sorts. Alright. So there's the attachment. They have the guaranteed KO as expected. And the research. The Lost Vacuum could be important to remove a choice belt too. To prevent a KO somehow, someplace down the line. I think it's gonna come down to me finding Sharon Scare though. Well, first off, finding an energy, because I will be behind after this turn. But afterwards, definitely a Sharon Scare. Alright. Okay. Alright, perfect. Got the energy. That's fantastic. And so I think I'll just get rid of the Pokestop at this point. Because I will be getting rid of the choice belt, of course, through my attack. And then... So I will have 250 HP. They would require a lot of energies. So I'm gonna be confident that I can pull this off. Alright, so we'll Phantom Star. I do get the damage bump, which is nice. Did not get any sort of draw power, however. Do this. Okay, happy to discard the Gengar. Ooh, there's a Marnie, perfect. That's quite possibly the best possible card I could have found. So I'm gonna play down a Gengar. Then I'm gonna go ahead and quick ball away one Ultra Ball and grab myself. Could be the Oranguru as well. I kind of like this Zork. Alright. And then I will go ahead and damage bump away from this. One here. One here. So now I'm definitely getting a KO. The stadium. I feel like I'm... Like, if I don't play it, I'm gonna get punished somehow for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Alright. Okay. So more Zorks, but no... no Sharon Scare. Still. So I'm gonna take the KO, and I might use Crobat to dig. But basically, like, every Zork should be able to take 2 prizes. The opponent did take the first prize card. There's the Crobat. As long as I can eventually Sharon Scare, that shifts the tide in my favor, because then one Zork will essentially have taken 3 prizes, if you will. It would take a lot for my opponent to actually be able to power up a Lunatone with enough energies to one-shot my Zork. But if I do bench the Crobat, they would be able to do that. So that's another important hit, or another important thing. So I might choose instead to Herballoon this Zork and just research. And that ensures that the Crobat is actually... I don't have to do it now. The issue is if I don't find a double turbo, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and bench the Oranguru here. If I don't find a double turbo, then not gonna be very good. But it is what it is. It's what I have to do in order to keep up in this particular matchup. Need those, and like using 2 Sharon Scares, that will be very good. All right. So I'll grab this. I do have Marnie, so I'm looking at the next 3 cards to find a double turbo. I don't want the damage bump. No double turbo yet. Please. All right, I'm putting the Sharon Scare at the top. No double turbo. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh well. What can you do, right? Nothing I can do about that. Just move on. Still 1 double turbo priced. Hopefully I can find one of the Marnie, because if not, that's gonna be very precarious. Very, very precarious. All right. There's the monkey. It's okay. It all comes down to being able to share and scare eventually at some point to change the tide in my favor. Couldn't do it last turn to just retreat into another friend. Okay, so now this time around, I'm gonna go Primate Wisdom the share and scare. So I have that guaranteed after the Marnie. Marnie. Really, please. Just give me a double turbo. All right, barely. Okay, so I'm guaranteed assurance. I will go ahead and shuffle my deck now. And then I will go ahead and bench the Zorak here. We'll get the damage, get the energy there. And we'll go ahead and take the KO. Okay, so on paper, as long as my opponent gets enough attackers, they would be able to win. But able to successfully prevent at least 1 KO, possibly 2, that'll be very good. They didn't do a lot last turn, which could also signify that they're running a little bit out of steam. There's a Lunatone. Pokemon Catcher. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 190 HP. That means they're looking for a scoop up net. Yep. Okay, they fully powered up, which is peculiar. Like, if you don't have it, then there's no reason to fully power up. This is fine. Like, if I share and scare this Zorak, that's completely fine. It's all about tanking a hit. Ugh. Well. They got there on the perfect turn where I whiffed the double turbo, where I whiffed. Ugh. Really, really unfortunate here. All right. So now it comes down to, do they have another Pokemon catcher or an actual just boss's orders? So I can protect the Sharon. So if I research, I'll have exactly enough cards in order to win this game. And I'll have access to both of my Sharon Scares. So that's the plan here. That's the plan. That's literally the only thing I can do. So I take a price now. I go down to 2. Best case scenario, they just attack me. And then I tank the hit and I share and scare. And then if they can't KO a 1-prizer, then I win the game. one of my last double turbos is prized, and the other is in the bottom of the deck. So that's not ideal. Yeah, but if they're using boss, then they're taking a KO, right? Absolutely. All right. So either they're showing off or they're just powering up unnecessarily. Get back Solrock and Lunatone here. There's no way you have the KO, right? They're just being absolutely stupid. Oh, I really hate it when people do that. I really do. It's like, why did you need to do all of those things, KFM? Why? Why did you need to waste both your time and my time? Just play the stupid cards and take the KO. And now we're up against another very competitive deck. I don't know what to say. Very annoying what, like, it really irks me when people do that. It's like, it's something so stupidly unnecessary to do, you know, like completely unnecessary to play all those cards when you can just go boss KO Dunsparce. And there's no way. It's just, ugh, it really irks me when they do that. On top of them getting like that catcher heads, right? And me whipping that energy and me not being able to show, it's like, ugh, really extremely annoying. But oh well. Right, Misfortune Sisters doesn't discard anything. That's good. And we see the Devour for 1. It's fine. Okay, so not off to the best start for my opponent. What I need is an energy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the Gengar down. So I'm tempted to Marnie. I'm also tempted to just use my ability. Because I know my opponent's hand is not great, although they did get 2 extra cards. I'm just gonna Phantom Star. Okay, alright, let's get Oranguru out. And I might just end up using Crobat. I did prize that energy, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna grab the Crobat, sure. Okay. And then I want to keep the Herballoon for now. I want to Trekking Shoes first. Sure, I'll keep the card. I might need to dig further. Okay. Why? Okay. Well. You know what? I'll conserve a boss. Clearly won't need another Zoroark though. Alright, we got there. So that's good. If they go boss, that could be a big problem though. That could actually be a big problem. Okay, immediately benches Durant. Immediately benches another Durant. Touches and gets a Cynthia. Okay. Well, maybe I should have Marnied. Maybe I should have Marnied here. Okay, that's good. Quick balls away Manaphy. What else is my opponent playing here? Oof. 4 Snorlax. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, if my opponent promotes Crobat, I lose. If my opponent promotes Gengar, I lose. So it's not looking very good either way. Okay, I might actually have to KO this Snorlax here. Although knocking out Venusaur also seems fairly good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna KO the Venusaur. Oh, I don't even KO the Venusaur. Oh my god, I need to get the Gengar. Right, I didn't do the math. Well, that was a big fail on my part. Big fail on my part. Alright, let's pretend. I did knock out the Venusaur, right? I'm down to 4 prizes. I really don't think, even though I should have knocked it out, I should have double checked the math and whatnot. I generally don't think that will be the determining factor. Alright, Marnie now gone as well. Okay, just take the KO. Sure, I'd be at 3 prizes, right? We'll see. We'll see if it ends up being a factor here. Hopefully not. Tempted to KO the Snorlax though. At some point. Rescue Carrier, double bench. Because if they only play Rescue Carrier, I wonder if they play no like Scoop Up Nets or something. I feel like Scoop Up Net boss with Snorlax is probably game ending in many situations. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, well now I have to dig Race Stadium, which somehow we have not seen yet. All right. Last card. Alright, I'm down to 11 cards now, so it's not looking great. And that's 2 extra cards gone as well. Okay, I'd be down to 2 prizes. I hadn't messed that up. I had taken a knockout on the Venusaur. I'd be down to 2 prizes. They don't immediately promote. Okay, there's this Snorlax. First shovel on the Snorlax. Stadium. I had knocked out. Oh, there you go. There's the boss. Yeah, so now there's no way for me to retreat. And that's it. So it wouldn't technically have mattered. But, yeah, maybe I should have aggressively targeted the Snorlax at that point. To at least force him to try and recover it. Alright, another stellar hand for this deck. And we're going first. I mean, I do have a lot of out to the HISUIAN Zoroark, but none of them are guaranteed, right? Yikes, okay, so let's grab the Gengar. And let's Primate Wisdom a Research, the bugged one. And yep. Alright, I'm gonna do this just to increase the chances that I top deck something better. Alright, so in all the previous games I had priced 1 double turbo. This time I priced 2. So getting to attack is just gonna be a big challenge here. Not to mention the fact that I just lost the advantage of going first. And I'm gonna lose a damage pump as well, so things just not really working out for the deck today, whereas like it had been running so fluidly before. Now it's just not great. So I did make a mistake, right, in the previous game by not hitting out the Venusaur. I could have more aggressively targeted the Snorlax, which might have changed the result. But I also feel like you're not gonna face Durant at a regional. So when I face those like silly decks like Lunatone Solrock or Durant, I can tell that I take the game a little less seriously. Lunaton Solrock, though, them getting like all the perfect combinations to make it so that I ended up losing that match was very annoying, but it is what it is. But yeah, against Durant, certainly could have played it better. All right, my opponent didn't have a stellar start either, though. I don't think Sharon Scare will be a fantastic card in this matchup, so I'm just gonna go ahead and research. Well, I mean, they had a pretty good start, never mind. And my hand is once again very underwhelming. Very, very underwhelming. All right, so I'm just gonna end up doing this, and I'll have one Pokemon this turn. I did lose a damage bump, so I do feel like getting the damage on the Zoroark could be important. And then in case of Marnie, I'll protect the V-Star. Okay, the damage bump. I mean, I might end up having to protect it next turn. We'll see. Because my Zoroark's already damaged, and I do have the two Gengars, but... Alright. I guess my opponent had a pretty good previous turn. Like, they didn't play a supporter, sure, but that's basically it. There's not a very high, but a decent chance that I do get KO'd this turn. Not very high, though. Right, we do see the Drizzle. Shady Dealings. Right, Irida, okay. So now the only way the Zoroark goes down is through double cross switcher. And I feel like my opponent just doesn't have enough cards to pull off a double cross switch or scoop up net or retreat play. So, and if we get like, if they take a knockout on their Orang and they have to use a V-Star without another Palkia on the bench, and I get return KO, which is not completely out of the question, might be in a really good spot. Or we will be in a really good spot. All right. Taking a while to decide. I feel like they must realize that there's a one-hit KO potential coming for them, right? They have to. Sobble and Level Ball. Manaphy. Do they already have the Palkia? Yep, they do. They do also have two energies. But yeah, if I can get return KO here, that's going to be really big because they did not grab a Palkia V. Oh, wow. Wait, what? What? Why would you? Okay, I'm going to conserve the damage bump. Very nice. Okay, so now what I need is a double turbo. I'm going to look at 15 different cards. Possibly even more, actually. Okay, so I'm gonna go Netherworld Gate. And then you. And then you. Right? That works. And then I will go ahead and... Do I Crobat here? Or do I feel like, okay, if I take this KO, I win, right? So whatever it takes, right? Absolutely whatever it takes. Yeah, because only two energies are available, so just gotta go for it. I do, however, need the damage pump. So I can't go for all of them. All right, but there we go. Very nice. I can also netherworld a gate here. And then damage pump from you to you. All right, so every single Pokemon is damaged. I still have my ability. I get this KO, and that will be game over. Which unfortunately means like we didn't get a lot of good games here. I would fully expect my opponent to concede. Or not. Okay, so seems like they're not gonna give up, but I can't fathom how they could possibly make a comeback here. I really can't. Marnie does basically nothing. They're gonna have to Irida, and they need to bench double Palkia. If they only bench one Palkia, then I will just go boss. And if they bench double Palkia, then I'll be pretty happy. Pretty happy. Only one Palkia. Okay, there's a double Palkia. That's fair. Still 2 energies locked on the prize cards. Only 1 energy left in the deck, but getting that KO. I also don't understand why my opponent didn't take that KO. If they had, I might have had to exhaust my ability. Like, it was just an extra Pokemon for me to find, right? Okay. I think we're very safe, though. Like, it would take a lot for me to lose this match. Like, a lot. Alright. So, we are certainly evolving. The best thing that I could do here is leave this Zork fully powered up here. So we're gonna conserve research because I'm probably getting Roxanne this upcoming turn. So, okay. So every out to like a draw supporter or something to make sure I can find those energies will be important. The choice belt does not in fact matter in the grand scheme of things in terms of damage output. So I'll filter those. Just grab the mana sure. And then I'll go ahead and boss this friend and take the KO. So I still have my V-Star. I still have 3 stadiums. I still have, hopefully, okay, now 2 energies left in the deck, or 3 energies left in the deck now, which is fantastic. So with that, so if I got KO'd right now and I kept my hand, all I would need would be the last damage bomb. No, I'm out of damage bomb, so I would need a Gate Jobog and a basic Pokemon to attack with. And even then, even if I whiff, I still have another turn to power up another Zorg, and I'd still be fine. Like, just attacking into the Palkia would be perfectly acceptable. So I can't fathom how I lose this game. Roxanne Path is a way my opponent could maybe make a comeback, right? That's a way. Roxanne Path. Okay, there's Roxanne. There's Scoop of Net. Roxanne paths into Palkia V-Star into a KO. So unlocking the 2 energies was actually very good. Very, very good. And I guess you always have that comeback pitch, right? So I'm glad my opponent didn't concede right there. Yep, there's a path. Ron, what are you looking for to put back? I guess the Palkia V-Star, because you didn't search for an instance for it. So then they might be reliant. Although, if they don't... Like, they can't play Path and Roxanne before they have a Palkia V-Star. So that's a very peculiar choice. Ooh, okay. Well, there's a Roxanne. So they search for the path, but now they need to redraw it. And I gotta research. Yeah, it was too convoluted. I don't know why they didn't search for an evolution instance. They might have priced the other two, but it was not looking great. I guess choosing not to take a price card was potentially acceptable, but it also like your opponent did nothing last turn, right? So you force an extra card for them to be able to take a price, which is the basic and the way to damage them, and so like a lot of things, you know. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. Not as smooth sailing as the other Zoroark VSTAR videos, that's for sure. But yeah, small sample size, and this deck did get top 8 at a very big regional. So there's definitely merit to this. Thanks so much to everyone. Thanks so much to the support on both of store using my code Tablemon, TCG Player, on all the sponsors. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.